Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a story of broken deals and corporate drama. It's like a reality show but with more paperwork and fewer catfights, or maybe not. We're looking at an updated filing from Predictive Oncology Inc. It is an amendment to a previous report. This update is to move some information to a different section of the form, meaning it's just shuffling things around for compliance, but we'll see what's inside. The main thing to note is that Predictive Oncology, that's POAA, had discussions about merging with another company called Renovaro Inc. or Renovaro Inc. or Renbig. These discussions have now been called off. This update is to confirm that they are no longer talking about a merger. The company wants to set the record straight. They did not enter into a merger agreement with Renovaro. There was a letter of intent, which is like a preliminary agreement to explore a deal back in January, and it was extended once. But the letter of intent expired at the end of March, and POAA says they have no further obligations to Renovaro. Predictive Oncology is not happy with Renovaro. They say that Renovaro made misrepresentations, that is, false statements. Renovaro apparently issued a press release saying there was a binding merger agreement, which POAA says is not true. AIBO wants everyone to know that they are still focused on their main business, which is using artificial intelligence to discover and develop new drugs. Now comes the part where they tell you to be careful about taking what they say as a guarantee. These statements about the future are just predictions, and a lot of things could happen to change those predictions. They list potential risk factors in their filings with the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, which you can check out. They also say that they do not have to update their claims. Basically, if something changes, don't expect them to announce it. The report was signed off by Raymond F. Vinar, the Chief Executive Officer at Okay, so let's break this down. Predictive Oncology was in talks to merge with Renovaro, but those talks fell apart. It sounds like there was some disagreement about how far along the deal actually was, with Predictive Oncology saying it was just a preliminary discussion and Renovaro perhaps suggesting it was more binding. This kind of disagreement can happen in business deals. Sometimes companies have different understandings or expectations. Now, without any financial numbers to assess here, it is hard to have a grounded opinion, but it does not seem ideal that two companies had such a large misunderstanding. It does not appear like POAA had any financial commitment, so that's good. Predictive Oncology's core business is AI-driven drug discovery. That's a hot area right now with a lot of potential. However, it's also a risky area because developing new drugs is expensive and takes a long time. And there is no guarantee of success. So where does this leave Predictive Oncology? Well, they're still focused on their core business, which is good. They're in a promising field, but it's also a challenging one. The failure of the merger talks could be a setback, but it could also be an opportunity to focus on their own strategy. The key for Predictive Oncology will be to continue to make progress in their drug discovery efforts. If they can identify promising drug candidates and move them through the development pipeline, they could create a lot of value for shareholders. They also need to manage their finances carefully because drug development is expensive. Overall, Predictive Oncology is a company with potential, but it's also a company with risks. Investors need to weigh the potential rewards against the risks before investing. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. Let me know in the comments if you have a company you'd like me to decode next time.